So we're going to look at 9-38 Norton. The picture in the book's a little better than the one I've drawn here, but for copyright reasons. Go to gear D. It goes through A. A's got two gears here, so it's got a differential here and a gear here connected to it. So D comes through, attaches to the arm, which is attached to gears C and C. Can I write? Yeah, C and C. So B here, and B equals 36 is attached to this B prime here with and B prime equals 18. All of these differential gears are 18, have 18 teeth. What's interesting about this is we're given all the differential gears here. We're given omega A is going 10 RPM clockwise, counterclockwise, and omega B is a 24 RPM the other way. So what's interesting about the differential is if we look at A here, let's say it's going this way, so this point is going up. When it contacts this one's going up. This one is now going into the page and coming back out. And then this one is now going this way. I know it's hard to see, but if you envision in your head, if A is going this way, B prime is going the opposite direction. If A is coming this way, counterclockwise, B is going the opposite direction. And that's sort of the effect of the differential. And the way I like to think about differentials, just to sort of get over that, is if you really think about it, this here and this here are sun gears, right? Because they're on the axis of the arm. So I like to draw it like this. So I've got my NA prime. I've got my C gear here. And then I like to draw the B prime as a ring gear, but it's not to scale. So what this conceptually does is you get a reversion of spur gear to spur gear, you get a flip in direction. But by going to this ring gear out here, we're going to call it, this is NB prime, we're getting that flip in direction, right? So if A is turning this way, C is turning this way, B is turning this way. So you get that, that reverse in direction. So that's one way to solve it. So basically in this case we're asking for the arm when we're looking for D. Okay, omega D, which is just the arm. So it makes the chart method a little difficult, but let's just go start solving here. So we know R is equal to omega last with respect to arm over omega first with respect to arm equals omega last minus omega arm over omega first minus omega arm. But what does R equal? R equals product driver over product driven, right? Now, let's start at A and work our way around, right? So it's going to be negative NA prime over NC. That's here to here. And then we've got no negative because we're conceptually thinking about it as a ring gear. NC over NB prime. And you should realize that these gears are all the same, so they all cross out, and all we're left with is a negative 1. Okay, makes sense? Work it around, right? So going back to this equation here, right? we had A as our first. So it's going to be omega A minus omega arm over, oops, that's incorrect. This is going to be omega B minus omega arm over omega A minus omega arm equals -1, right? But what does omega arm equal? Omega D, right? So we're left with omega B minus omega D over omega A minus omega D equals -1. So now we have omega B minus omega D. And when I bring this up, I'm going to lose the 1. I'm going to make this positive, this negative, equals omega D minus omega A. So then we have 2 omega D is equal to omega B minus omega A. Got that right? 2 omega D. Oh, it's plus. Sorry. Plus. So the 2 comes over. And this is going to equal, depending on how we define positive, so 10 plus -24 -24 over 2 equals -7. So what does that say? So that says omega D, if we go back and look at this, hold on. So we've got A doing 10 this way, B doing 24, so 2.4 times faster. And what that resulted in with this going that way and this coming out is actually the arm going -7. So work that around. It's actually interesting. Again, the key concept is you can think of the differential like this. That's how I do it. You can also do this ratio, understanding that as you go around the differential, you're going to get a reverse direction. I just find this ring gear, spur gear, ring gear, an interesting way to describe it because A and B in the end are sun gears.